Now, Lara Paemen, Director of Facility Management, and we have a wide-ranging view because it's Europe, Middle East and Africa.
Grazie, and that's how much my Italian will be, so sorry about that. So good afternoon, everybody. I am Lara Paemen, the Managing Director of IFMA EMEA. We, as IFMA, represent the facility management professionals, and we're the largest association worldwide with about 24,000 members in the world. We have about 139 chapters. We have a chapter in Italy as well. For you might not know that. And we are a professional association. Now, the title of today, Integrated Services Management Under the New Normal. I would start by challenging, what is the new normal? Does anybody know today what the new normal is? And I'm sure if I ask each and every one of you what the new normal is, I would probably get all different answers. We don't know. We don't know where it's going. We don't know where it's ending. The new normal is just a big question mark. And I think that's something that we need to start seeing. We as an industry, whether that's facility management or cleaning industry, will have to be flexible. We'll have to adapt ourselves to any type of normal that will occur. Who would have thought that we would have had a pandemic in 2020? Who would have predicted an energy crisis like we have currently? Nobody could have done that. So I have no idea what will happen next month, 6 months, next year. We will have to be flexible. And I think that's what we need to start with. Now, if we talk about integrated services, obviously from the facility management point of view, I will talk about integrated facility management. And what does that mean, integrated facility management? It means that we bring some or all services together under one single supplier. And by doing so, we are maintaining one single point of contact of accountability and control. Interesting concept that has been, around for the last 10 years, but is growing exponentially. As a result, there is a greater consistency in the quality of service and simplification of the decision-making process, because key decisions are made by those who understand all the pieces of the puzzle. Now, and if well done, additionally, you can gain from 10 to 20%, and in some cases even more. So there is a financial benefit to it. And I think if you talk to a C-suite level, that's actually what rings a bell there. Now, integrated facility management also improves or helps to improve the experience of the end user. Traditionally, facility services or service providers, they saw, for example, the cleaning staff as the most important stakeholders. So they made sure that the FM teams were happy, because we really needed to take care of them. Now, we look at facility management more as an experience. And this is the magic word, ladies and gentlemen, nowadays. It's all about experience. Sounds like Disneyland, right? Now, providers are forced to look at things from the end user perspective as well. So that is changing the way that we look at services, that we look at what we offer people in companies and organizations. But integrated facility management has a huge opportunity, or is a huge opportunity. Although globally, it accounts for only 10 to 50% of the contracts. So there's still a lot of work that can be done here. And we will see that growing in the next couple of years exponentially. It's everywhere now. I just came from our conference in Nashville in the US. Everybody's talking about integrated facility management. I went to a conference in Prague a couple of weeks ago. Everybody's talking about integrated facility management. So it's a hot topic. That and other topics, obviously, but it's definitely a hot topic. But it will require a mind shift from both suppliers and from end users, because it can only work if everybody works together. Now, as I said, the experience is the magic word. And the moment when somebody enters your company or your office, that experience starts. It's from whenever that person enters your parking lot, finds a parking spot or not. It's the moment that person enters, sees whether the premises are clean, how they are welcomed by a receptionist, what kind of coffee that they're offered. And I know this is a big thing in Italy, so coffee is important. And I'm a tea drinker, so I'm considered as a criminal for some people here. But anyways, it's all about that experience. It's also about what type of work environment do you find? What type of meeting rooms are you seated in? What type of services are you offered? And I'm not only even talking about the services in the office, but nowadays we cannot overlook potential services in other places, like home, like co-working spaces. Because work is no longer a place, it's an activity. So it's no longer fixed to a fixed premises or building. Work is just an activity that we can do wherever we want. That's changed a lot, obviously. Now, it's this part of the customer journey for your clients, or all this is part of your customer journey for your clients, but also for your internal staff. So the advantage of creating the best facility management experience possible for your staff, for your clients, is essential if you can capitalize this by introducing managing integrated facility management contracts. You will be adding value for all partners involved. And I will give you an example of something that I encountered before I started working for IFMA. It's been more than 5 years now. I was working in the consulting industry. So I know the business of facility management very well. And I was working for one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the country where I live, Belgium. And so they were really having an issue with attracting people. And I don't know how it is here, but in Belgium, the pharmaceutical industry is very well paid. If you work there, you're good. You know, great pension plans, great wages, all kinds of advantages. So perfect. Now, if they interviewed people to come and work for them, you know, they saw the HR manager, maybe somebody from the C-level, they had some meetings with potential colleagues, etc. And that went all perfect until the last part of that process, where they did a tour around the premises. And that's where things went wrong. People didn't want to work for that organization because the offices were not clean, the work environment was not what they were expecting, the services that were offered were not good, and so they could not find any staff. And I think this is something that we really should realize as an industry, the impact that we have on organizations reaching their strategic goals and attracting and retaining the right people is essential. We need to acknowledge what we're worth. We have an impact. We can do something for an organization. And I think that's something that we all should realize. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lara. I wanted to reassure you because in Italy we also drink tea. In Italy we also drink tea.